Welcome to the Fit Chicks and Hormones podcast, where I share my insight to help you move through your perimenopause and menopausal years with ease. In this podcast, I talk about natural solutions for balancing your hormones and empowering you to move away from the symptoms like fatigue, mood swings, hot flashes, and resistant weight loss to feeling vibrant, confident, and full of energy as you age gracefully. Let's get started. Hello, ladies, and welcome back to the Fit Chicks and Hormones podcast. Today I'm going to talk about something that I've worked on myself for years, since I lived in a moldy house and it really messed up my gut health and my hormones. And that's what I still focus on today when I'm working with my clients, because I find that it's the biggest needle mover when it comes to getting them feeling their best. So first I want to talk about coming up in July. I'm going to be bringing back my Menopause Bootcamp program, but I'm going to be upgrading it a little bit. Used to be a 14-day challenge, but now I'm going to make it into 30 days. And why am I making it longer? Because I want to give you more time to heal your body, to get more support from me, because I find that's what most people need, is that accountability, and get even bigger and better results. So this program is all about creating a foundation that your body can thrive on. And we're going to be focusing on two major game changers, which is gut health and inflammation. That's what I'm going to talk about today. So when those things are in check, everything else, from your energy to weight loss to hormones, they start falling into place. And I guarantee after these 30 days, even just the first couple weeks, you're going to feel so much better. And I can't wait to help support you through this. I'm going to share more details at the end, but trust me, you're going to want to sign up and be a part of this, okay? Let me know if this sounds like you. You wake up and your stomach kind of already feels off, your digestion feels off, maybe you're feeling bloated, maybe you just feel heavy in your body. So you go and you eat your usual breakfast, but within an hour you're either running to the bathroom or you feel super bloated and you aren't able to go to the bathroom. And then mid-afternoon comes around 2, 3, 4 o'clock, and you're craving sugar. You have low energy. You're feeling bloated. You just feel like you just can't get through the rest of the day. And no matter what you try or what you've been doing, the scale isn't moving. Maybe throughout the whole day you're feeling anxious for no reason. Your brain feels foggy. You're not able to get the things done that you need to do. You just don't feel like yourself anymore. But you could tell me, you could look in my face and say, I am doing everything right. I'm working out, I'm eating clean, but still nothing is changing. So if that sounds like your life right now, I want you to keep listening, because I'm going to share with you what is going to change everything. We all think that our gut just digests our food, right? Because that's what you think about. It's going to help you digest my food, but it does way more than that. It controls your hormones, it controls your weight, your mood, your energy, and during perimenopause and menopause, it's where your focus should be 100%. That is, if you ever want to feel good again. And this is the one place that women are not looking. They're trying to eat less, they're moving more, they're doing more exercise, they're adding more cardio, they're eating less and less carbs and less calories, but they're not getting anywhere. It's because they need to focus on the inflammation that's going on in their gut. So let's start with what gut inflammation actually looks like. Some of these things might be things you don't even realize is causing inflammation in your gut. So first, the obvious ones, the digestive symptoms, right? Bloating after you eat, maybe you have gas or you're burping a lot. Maybe you have constipation or diarrhea, or you're alternating between the two. Maybe you have indigestion or acid reflux. Maybe you have some cramping in your stomach, or you just feel heavy and full after you eat your meals, like the food is just sitting there. And then there's the weight and metabolic symptoms, which is difficulty losing weight despite eating healthy, unexplained weight gain, or you have that fat storage around your belly. You have maybe intense sugar and carb cravings, your blood sugar imbalances, or you're having crashes where you eat and then you eat sugar and then you crash and you have no energy. Or maybe you eat a meal that's clean and healthy, but you're feeling hungry even after you eat it. And then we move on to the mood and the brain symptoms. So this is the brain fog, the poor memory, the concentration, anxiety or irritability. Or maybe you're feeling kind of sad and depressed, or you just have low moods. And what comes next is the energy and sleep. So you eat something and then you just feel tired. Maybe you're not sleeping good. You're waking up during the middle of the night. You're feeling tired and exhausted, but you're wired and you can't fall asleep. And then we have the hormonal and immune symptoms. So you're having a lot of PMS symptoms, estrogen dominance, which is like heavy periods, breast tenderness, mood swings. Maybe you have some thyroid issues that are going on. If you have an autoimmune, maybe you have some flare-ups from that. Maybe you're feeling sick all the time, or you're getting cold all the time. You just feel run down, like you're just kind of exhausted all the time. Maybe you're experiencing things like eczema, acne, rosacea. And here are just a couple other things that you may not relate to gut inflammation. So joint pain and stiffness, this is the number one thing that when you heal your gut, that goes away. You don't feel that anymore. Maybe headache, you're getting headaches and migraines. Maybe you have bad breath, or you have a white coating on your tongue. Go ahead, look, check in the mirror. What does your tongue look like? It should be pink. If it's white, you got some issues going on with your gut. Maybe you have a strong body odor, like you're sweating more and your sweat smells stronger. Maybe you have really bad bowel movement smells, and maybe you're experiencing food sensitivities that you've never had before. That's what happened to me. Does any of this sound like your life right now? Because if it does, I want you to know that it's not your fault. Okay? It's not your fault. You're not doing anything wrong per se, and it's definitely not going away unless you take action and focus on healing your gut. So maybe you're wondering, okay, but why is this happening now? I felt fine 10 years ago. I felt fine 5 years ago. I felt fine last year. Why is this happening right now? Well, it has a lot to do with your hormones and specifically your estrogen. So I want you to think of estrogen as your gut's bodyguard. It protects your gut lining, it feeds your good bacteria, and it keeps everything running smoothly. But when you're in perimenopause, which can be your late 30s all the way up to your 50s, your estrogen starts declining. And it's like your body and your gut no longer has that protection. So maybe you think of the days when you used to be able to eat pizza, you felt fine, you ate a slice and you were able to eat 2 or 3 slices, you felt fine, you were able to go on with your day. But now when you eat a slice of pizza, you feel bloated, you feel constipated, you're tired. And I know, because that's how I feel when I eat that. And it's because without estrogen protection, foods that never bothered you before can now trigger inflammation. And as we age, especially in these perimenopause and menopausal years, our stomach acid decreases. So I want you to think of your stomach acid like a strong fire that breaks down your food. Okay, it's going to burn down that food. It's going to break it down as you're eating it. But when that fire gets weak or it goes out, foods just sits in your stomach like logs that won't burn. And that's why you have that heavy, just full feeling in your stomach. And this undigested food becomes fuel for bad bacteria and yeast. So it's like you're throwing, this is gross, but this is an example. If you're like you're throwing raw meat in a warm, moist environment, things start growing that shouldn't be there. That is disgusting, and it's such an awful visual, but it gives you the point. And while you may not realize it, stress is literally killing your good bacteria. That is why I'm always talking about and promoting stress care, how important it is to take care of your body, to slow down, to let your body feel safe. So when you're stressed out about work, family, or just life, your gut literally feels like it feels that stress that's going on, and it starts feeding on the bad bacteria in your gut. It starts to feed the bad bacteria. It promotes bad bacteria and gets rid of the good bacteria. So let's say you have, because this is what I've been experiencing with a lot of my clients. They have aging parents they're taking care of, or kids leaving for college, or they're stressed up about their new job. They're experiencing digestive issues? Well, it's because emotional stress directly changes your gut bacteria. So the stressed out bacteria take over, and that's what creates inflammation in your body. Another thing to be aware of, that if you are someone who has taken a lot of antibiotics over the years, so maybe you've been sick a lot, or you have all these things going on, or you get sinus infections, or all this stuff, and you've taken antibiotics for years, or maybe you're taking acid blockers, or a lot of pain relievers, they change what's going on in your gut. Antibiotics are like dropping a bomb on your gut bacteria. They kill the good guys along with the bad guys. And acid blockers can turn off your digestive enzymes that help you to break down that food you're eating. And those pain relievers, they can cause damage to your gut lining. This is one thing that's been in my head for as long as I can remember. You take too much ibuprofen, it's going to cause it's so hard on your gut and on your liver. And I'm not saying you don't need to take these medications, right? But I want you to understand the consequences for your gut health that maybe you didn't realize. And the circle that goes on, if you heal that gut, you focus on the gut, right? You're not going to have to take a lot of these medications because you're going to heal your body naturally, and you won't be sick all the time and have to be put on antibiotics. You won't have these things going on that they put you on these medications for. And then you won't have that cycle that keeps repeating. So next I want to address the highly processed foods that are so much in our diets right now. Artificial sweeteners, the preservatives that are in all the foods, right? The seed oils. Your gut does not recognize these as food. They're like foreign invaders that trigger your immune system. And 80% of your immune system lives in your gut. So when your immune system is constantly fighting fake food, things that's not real, it gets confused and starts attacking your own tissues. This is how you end up with food sensitivities to foods you've eaten your entire life. And there are many foods that maybe you think they're even healthy, but they could be causing inflammation in your gut is ready. That's this is why, for one, it's important to read your ingredients list. Know what those things are. If there are things in there that you don't know, don't be in that food. Foods that I think are big triggers when it comes to inflammation, and that I avoid as much as possible, are wheat and gluten, dairy, alcohol, caffeine, the energy drinks. They're so bad for you. And when you remove these from your diet, the majority of them, not saying you can never have them again, but when you remove them, your body can start to heal, your gut can start to heal, and you're going to feel so much better. And then there's the sugar, right? So much sugar, so much sugar in so many things. Highly processed carbs are all sugar. Your daily coffee drinks from Starbucks probably contain more sugar than you should even have in your diet in an entire week in just one drink. Yeah. There's so many better alternatives. If you want any, reach out to me and ask, because I have a guide for that. So I want to paint this picture, right? And you're probably already like, yeah, I already know what you're going to say. But if you are in your late 30s, your 40s, your 50s, and now you have less estrogen protection, right? We talked about that. A weaker digestion, so you're not digesting your food, not breaking down. You have all the stress from all the things. You've been taking lots of medications, and you're eating a bunch of crappy food, maybe foods that just aren't serving your body, right? It's no wonder your gut is inflamed. It's no wonder it's pissed off. It's no wonder you feel horrible. But here's the one thing I want you to understand. Once you know what is happening, you can fix it, right? Your gut wants to heal. Your body wants to feel good. We just need to give it what it needs and stop giving it what's hurting it. Okay? So, here's what's happening. Not only is this inflammation in your gut keeping you from losing weight, because that's what the majority of the women that come to me they're struggling with. They want to lose weight. They want to see that scale move. Not only is it doing that, but it's also affecting your hormones. And we want to have your hormones balanced as you age so that you can live a fully healthy and happy life. So what's happening is your gut bacteria that helps process and eliminate your gut. Let me say that again. Your gut bacteria is what helps process and eliminate your hormones from your body. Okay, this is the used hormones, not the hormones that we need, the used hormones. I don't know if you can hear that, but there is a big truck going by right now. I apologize for that. Anyway, when those bacteria are out of whack, the old hormones build up and they make you feel worse. This is what is causing a lot of your hormonal symptoms, like the hot flashes, the breast tenderness, the horrible PMS that you're experiencing, the digestive issues, not sleeping. That's what is happening. So I want you to think of it like this. If your liver is like the recycling center for your hormones, which it is, your liver is constantly, every single day, detoxing everything that's in your body. Your gut bacteria is the garbage truck. So when that garbage truck breaks down, trash starts to pile up everywhere. And what happens? Your body becomes a mess. Stinky garbage in your body, making your body feel like crap. And I'm sure you've noticed maybe the brain fog that's happening a lot more. You walk into a room, you forget what you're going to do. You sit down to do something, you don't remember what it was. Maybe the low energy. You don't want to get out of bed anymore. You don't have the motivation to do the things you should be doing. Maybe you're feeling sad, overwhelmed, anxiety, and no reason why. Well, 90% of your serotonin, which is your happy hormone, is made in your gut. And it also affects your memory, your focus, and your ability to handle stress. And when your gut is inflamed, it's like having a broken serotonin factory. This just makes everything in life that much harder, okay? But again, the good news, here it is. When you heal your gut and you get the good bacteria back in charge, doing what it needs to do, you will start craving healthy foods. Less junk. And you're going to find that those foods are actually more satisfying than the other junk that you used to eat. Okay? All right, now we're going to move on to why it happens and what causes it. And how does one, we talked about why it happens and what causes it. So now we're going to talk about how does one fix this. Okay? This is how you will actually move the needle. And yes, I mean the scale needle the most when it comes to getting your life back. But not only that, you're going to get your life back. You're going to feel better. All the things that you're experiencing right now that aren't how you want to feel, they're going to feel better. You're going to feel better in your body. I first want you to know that your gut can heal faster than almost any other part of your body. That's a good thing. That's a positive thing, right? Your gut lining replaces itself every 3 to 5 days. That means you can start feeling better within a week if you do things right. Yeah, just 1 week. And I've had it happen time and time again. I've done challenges for a week, 7 days. We cut out these foods and focus on these practices that are causing the gut health issues. Women feel incredible in 7 days. They're like, I can't believe I could feel this good in just 7 days. So imagine joining that 30-day menopause boot camp, how you could feel. All right. So how do we do this, right? First, we need to stop feeding the bad bacteria and giving them reasons to cause inflammation. This means you need to identify your own personal food triggers. And these foods might be something you've never really expected. I had a client that started with me. She was experiencing like congestion all the time. She was wheezing. She kind of felt a little bloated. Like she couldn't breathe. She wanted to go for hikes, but she just wasn't able to. We found out that spinach. Spinach is healthy. It was causing all of those issues because she had developed a sensitivity to oxalates. She removed the spinach from her diet and boom, she felt so much better. She was able to go on those hikes. She could do the things she wanted to do. Her nose wasn't running all the time. So I want you to think of your gut lining like the wall in your house. When it's damaged, it's breaking down, there's holes in it, everything's going to leak through it. So we need to patch those holes with healing nutrient-dense foods like eating lean proteins, lots of cruciferous vegetables. This is what your body is craving and what it needs. So broccoli, kale, spinach, healthy fats, the carbs. Yes, carbs. Your body needs carbs, but not the pizza and the pasta. Think potatoes and rice. You can also try supplements like L-glutamine. I've had many clients start on this because their gut lining was so inflamed that just by removing these things, we needed to actually coat that gut lining. We needed to fix it and heal it with a little extra supplementation. And it helped them, so they were able to start eating some of these foods again. So they weren't experiencing the heartburn, the bloating, the pain in the stomach every time they ate anything. Some other supplements that could help would be zinc and omega-3s. These are things that are going to help to heal that gut lining, to start making you feel better. And the miracle supplement that I have all of my clients take, and every time they take it, they can't believe how much it makes a difference. They used to bloat and feel horrible every time they ate, and now they don't have to unbind their bands. They feel good. They're digesting the foods, and this is digestive enzyme. The one I recommend also has pre and probiotics in it. I'm serious, it's a game changer for everyone. It also helps to restore the healthy gut, the gut bugs. So if you want to know what this is, just reach out and I can recommend that one to you. But not only that, you need to focus, because you can't just fix this with supplements, right? If you know me, you know that is nothing that I'll ever promote. Supplements help to support, but you have to focus on the lifestyle practices. These are most important and the number one thing you should focus on. So that's like managing your stress, so it stops damaging your gut. So add some stress management practices into your day. 10 minutes of stress care every single day, whether it's going for a walk, whether it's sitting and breathing, whether it's taking a nap, whether it's reading a book, whether it's, whatever makes you happy, sipping on a cup of tea. Something that brings joy to your body and drops down your cortisol. Getting good sleep. This means turning off the lights. This means stop watching TV all night. This means getting off your devices and turning on a light, reading a book, doing something that calms your body down so that it can sleep, so that your gut can repair itself overnight. Adding some lemon to your water is simple. Drinking enough water throughout the day. These are going to help to flush out all the toxins and all the stuff that's in your body, get it processing and working through. Exercise is amazing, right? This is huge. But if you're doing the wrong kind of exercise, it can make your gut inflammation worse. This is why sometimes you may have to cut back on what you're doing and let your body heal while you focus on that nutrition and the stress care, okay? This looks so different for everyone. You just have to figure out what you need to focus on first. And here's the thing, the beautiful thing, that when you heal your gut, everything else starts falling into place. Your energy returns, your mood gets better, your cravings go away, and yes, the weight starts falling off naturally, and it stays off. So, I know this feels overwhelming. You're like, oh my gosh, because I just had a client sign up coaching with me, and I'm like, we're going to do this. She's like, I didn't know this is what I signed up for. This is like a lot. I don't know if I can do this. So we had to have the conversation. This is where we're going to start. This is why we're doing it, and this is how it's going to help you, okay? Think about this. Small changes can create big results when it comes to gut health. So simply start here. Pay attention. Be body aware. This is something that's so important. I teach all of my clients. Be body aware. Pay attention to how food makes you feel. Not just right away, but for the next 24 to 48 hours. Sometimes your body will react right away. Sometimes it'll be 2 days later. That's why you kind of have to have an idea of what you're eating so that you can look back and be like, oh, I wonder if it was this. I had this 2 days ago. Maybe that's why I'm constipated still and bloated and I don't feel good. So keep a simple food and symptom diary for a week, and you'll start to see patterns. And make notes in there. This day I felt tired. This day I felt bloated. This day I couldn't go to the bathroom for 3 days, right? Next, look at your sleep. Are you giving your gut time to heal? Or are you staying up scrolling on your phone when you should be sleeping? Something else to pay attention to. Oh, last night I was up all night. I didn't sleep really well. And now I notice that I have more gas and bloating and my food isn't digesting and I just don't feel good. These are things, if you pay attention to what your body tells you, and I say this over and over again, if you're listening to all my podcasts, you know, when you pay attention to what your body says, you can start to make changes and shifts, little shifts, and you will feel better. Your body's going to respond. It's giving you signals. You need to just stop and listen. It's not just being mean to you because you're going through menopause. It's telling you what your body needs right now at this phase in your life, okay? And you don't have to do this on your own. This is exactly why I created the Menopause Bootcamp program to help support women in supporting their gut health. So in this 30 days, we're going to do all the things that will heal the gut, to balance the hormones and get you feeling like yourself again. Because once you do, everything else will come easier. And this isn't a diet. This isn't like the keto diet, the paleo diet, nothing like that. It's not a complicated protocol. Like I said, there's going to be step-by-step things that you're going to do that is going to be a process that is going to help you to determine what is working and what is not. And when you heal your gut, you heal everything else. I'm also going to teach you how you can still enjoy your favorite foods. If you like pizza, I'm going to tell you how to eat it. It's the best way to eat it, to support your body, to keep your blood sugar balanced, to keep you feeling good in your body continuously instead of having to take a week or two to just get back to where you need to be. So if you're ready to stop feeling bloated, tired, frustrated because nothing is working for you anymore, and you're ready to feel energized, confident, and like yourself, this bootcamp is for you. You can comment on this episode that you're interested. You can do comment bootcamp, or you can send me a message. Hey, I want to know more information on that bootcamp that you're going to be doing on Instagram or Facebook. If you want to be put on the list to get notifications when I send out more details, because that's going to be coming out maybe later this week or early next week, because I am going to be doing it in July, so I want to give you enough time to sign up, because it is going to be limited spots. I'm only taking so many people, because when I do these challenges, I want to make sure that I can provide everybody with the support that they need. And I'm very much, even if we do group, because I do a lot of group coaching, I still individualize everything. If you're working with me, I individualize it as much as possible, and that's my goal. And I can't do that with a bunch of people. So if you're interested, let me know. Okay, so I want you to know that everything that you're experiencing right now, the bloating, the fatigue, the weight gain, the mood swings, it's not your fault and it's not permanent, right? Talked about this at the beginning. Your gut wants to be healthy. Your hormones want to be balanced. Your body wants to feel amazing. We just need to remove the obstacles and give your body what it needs to heal. You don't have to accept feeling like crap as your new normal, because some people think, oh, it's just menopause, this is how it's going to be the rest of my life. No, it doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to live feeling horrible all the time. You can feel incredible at any age. I feel the best I have now at 52, almost 53, other than being tired sometimes because I'm 52. The best I have in years. So, and the women in my programs tell me all the time, they had no idea that it was their gut that was causing all the problems. And once they heal it, everything changes. Their energy comes back, their mood stabilizes, their clothes fit better, they feel like themselves. And that can be you too. I promise. I promise you. I've never once had anybody try this and be like, doesn't work for me. It's not working. If you do it the right way, I promise you're going to feel better. Your gut health is your hormone health. Your gut health is your mental health. And your gut health is the foundation of you feeling amazing in your body. That's all I have for you today. If you have any questions about anything, reach out to me. I'm always here to answer them. Hopefully you're enjoying these podcasts. I come up with ideas based on what I hear, what people are asking me. So if there's anything you're interested in, let me know. I appreciate you taking the time to join me. Please make sure you share this with your lady friends who are struggling to get through this life in perimenopause and menopause. I am also going to be offering a discount on the boot camp when you join with a friend. So make sure to keep them in the loop. That's all I have. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you here next week.
I hope this episode today resonated with you, and if it did, I would love for you to share it on your stories and tag me on Instagram or Facebook. A review would be appreciated too. Your reviews and shares not only help us to grow, but they give other women who are struggling through their menopausal years hope that they don't have to continue living the way that they do. Your questions and experiences are also so helpful in giving me subjects to talk about. So feel free to reach out to me anytime on Facebook or Instagram with anything. I would love to help.